So they did a study that says can't fucking eat bacon or burgers or hot dogs or anything. I believe I speak for everybody when I say go fuck yourself. So I'm watching the news, right? And motherfuckers are on there like, you can't eat meat anymore. It increases your chances of colon rectal cancer by 17 fucking %. And so I'm like, really? I mean, no shit. Everything increases your fucking cancer risk by 17%. Unless you live in a fucking bubble and eat a fucking vegan diet the rest of your life, you're pretty much gonna get fucking cancer somewhere. Your balls, your chest, your brain. It don't matter. You could stop eating meat right now. Not touch another fucking ounce of meat. And still get cancer. Meanwhile, the motherfucker eating the meat might not get cancer. So what's the fucking point of this alarmist fucking bullshit that the media is just springing on you? And they're even going so far, and it was funny because they had an expert on that contradicted their reporter. They were even going so far as saying that eating meat is as bad as smoking cigarettes. And of course the expert, this was on Fox News, the expert decided that to shut them the fuck down and said, hey, smoking increases your chance of death by 200%. So eating processed meat only increases your risk of death by 17%. And that's just shows you right there the whole problem with this bullshit. They come on the news and they say, well, this is bad for you, that's bad for you, this is bad for you. You got to eat more of this. You got to do more of this. But if you want to live longer, you got to do this. And as I said in my video last week, it doesn't fucking matter what you do. You're going to die. Don't know of what, but something. So you could spend your whole life dedicating yourself to not eating meat and still fucking die at the same time. A lot of cancer studies, that have been done have stated that there's no change in mortality rate. Just in how you die, I guess, changes slightly. So eat what the fuck you want to eat. If you want to smoke, go smoke. You're going to deal with certain consequences if you do these things, but at least you're not living your life in fear. I mean, to me, that sucks. If you're sitting there worrying about everything every day, everything you're going to fucking eat, everything you're going to fucking be exposed to, if you're worried about what's in your drinking water, whether or not the plastic in the bottle's seeping in, or whether or not that hamburger you had was organic or not, you're not enjoying life. You're not. You're feeling anxiety. Anxiety in and of itself has health implications. When you stress yourself out to that magnitude, it has physical effects on your body. So cut it the fuck out. I want to eat my fucking bacon. I want to eat my fucking Pop-Tarts. I want to eat my processed foods. Now, I know that if I eat too much of this shit, probably gonna get colon rectal cancer or fucking ball cancer or some other fucking cancer. I could get it anyway. It could be environmental. I could be exposed to shit in the air I'm breathing. You know, in the building I live in, you know, walking through the mall. You're exposed to carcinogens all over the place, not just in what you eat. And while over the past since 1990, the rate of cancer death has fallen in most states, still a lot of motherfuckers are getting cancer and dying. Regardless of age, lifestyle, what they eat, what they do. And the ones that aren't getting cancer are getting killed by fucking crazy ass bitches driving their cars into crowds, which happened in Oklahoma. Killed a 4-year-old. Do you think it mattered what the 4-year-old was eating and drinking or worrying? Do you think that 4-year-old gave a shit? So stop worrying. There's worse things to worry about in the world than whether or not you're eating a fucking hot dog. I mean, and yet I know that people are going to watch that fucking stupid ass news story and be like, I gotta stop eating red meat. It changed my whole life. I don't want to die of cancer. There's nothing you can do about it. Even if you do that, there's something else that'll come along and kill you. And just the fact that you're not enjoying your life means you're wasting it, in my opinion. If you're not enjoying your life, if you're scared to death of everything, then you're not living. You're not experiencing life. Now, I have anxieties here and there. I worry about shit that I shouldn't. And usually when I'm doing it, I have enough, you know, self-awareness to go, I know this is stupid. You know, I know I'm worrying about something I have no control over. It doesn't stop me necessarily from worrying, but it does stop me from trying to completely alter my situation to the point where I'm changing my life, sometimes in a negative way, just to prevent something bad from happening. Because bad shit's gonna happen whether you fucking try and prevent it or not. That's the problem nowadays. Everybody wants to be pussies about everything. They want to, like, I can't do that. I might have this happen. You know? Stop it. I mean, am I way off base here? I mean, let me know in the comments. Am I off base in saying that you should fucking stop worrying about all of this shit? Worry about the things that count. You know, and a lot of people will say, well, you preach intermittent fasting and you preach all of this health shit and you sit there and you're doing all of this stuff to be better. No, I do it to feel better. I do it to increase my quality of life. I found something that changed something I didn't like about the way I felt and the way I loved. And it worked. And that's why I'm here sharing it with you. I'm not here to tell you that eating a low-calorie vegan diet is not the way to go. If that's what you're happy doing, then do it. But I don't like it when I see people that go on these fucked up diets and they're miserable about it. They're like, I can't stand this. I just want to eat that. I just want to eat that, but I can't fucking eat that. Because that's going to fucking kill me. That's going to make me fat. That's going to give me diabetes. That's going to give me cancer. I can't fucking eat that. Ever. No. You can't fucking eat that all the time. And if you fast, guess what? You're not eating that all the fucking time. You're probably consuming about half the amount of food that everybody else is when you do intermittent fasting. Now, I know intermittent fasting isn't a cure-all, it isn't a miracle. It reduces your risk factors of certain things, yes. There's always something you can do to mitigate your chances of something happening. You know, obviously if you don't get in your fucking car and drive, you're probably not going to die in a car accident. That doesn't mean you won't be walking down the street and some shithead might not fucking hit you. But you know, you're really just kind of trying to maneuver how you're going to die. When you can't. You have no say in it. You're worrying about it for nothing. You don't have a say in it. Now, you might be on your deathbed, like later on in life, and you might be like, sitting there with colorectal cancer, and you might be sitting there going, hey, I shouldn't have ate all them fucking cheeseburgers. And that's easy to look back and regret. But it's not going to, have changed anything. If you weren't there dying of that, you would be there dying of something else. You might have died sooner. Who knows? I don't believe in fate, but I do believe that our life is based on a series of consequences of our actions. Every little decision you make snowballs into something bigger in your life. So, yeah, I do believe in that. I don't like it when I see people having to fucking drive themselves nuts with anxiety over something like the increased risk of cancer for 17% if you eat something that you enjoy, like bacon or other cured processed meats or hot dogs or hamburgers. The study from the World Health Organization, who's done such a really fucking great job of keeping us all healthy, says it's 17% increase in risk. 17% is not a huge percentage. As opposed to smoking's 200%. I'd say that just means, 17% is not worth your time. It's not worth your effort. It's not worth giving all of that up for a 17% less chance of getting a specific type of cancer. And yet they're on the news every hour. CNN, Fox, and who knows who else. It's probably all over the fucking web too. Saying, oh, it's worse than smoking. Fuck them. Alright? Don't listen to them assholes. Because you know what? They're not experts. They're just fucking assholes. Like me. Like you. Like everybody. We're all assholes. We all have our little opinions and we all spout them off. We all think we're right. So enjoy your fucking hot dogs. Enjoy your hamburgers. And when you hear this stupid shit on the news or see it on your Facebook news feed or read it in a fucking blog or see it on YouTube, take it with a grain of salt. Think for yourselves. Make your own fucking decisions. Eat what the fuck you want to eat. What makes you happy. Don't overdo it. If you're worried about dying, don't overdo it. If you don't give a fuck and you like, being huge and feeling like shit and, doing all of that, if that's what you like to do, if that's how you are happiest, then by all means, do it. It comes with consequences, like everything in life, but ultimately you have very little say in where you're going to end up or how you're going to get there. You make these little decisions to try and maneuver your way around, but ultimately you don't have a fucking say in it. You're going to die of something someday. And you're not going to know what. You're not going to know when. You're not going to know how. And no matter what you do, you can't change that outcome. So why stress yourself about it? Why constantly live in fear of this, that, or the other? Quality of life versus quantity of life, like I said last week. I know I'm beating a dead horse with this, but this pissed me off that I see this shit on the fucking news. So remember, I'm not a fucking expert. I'm just an asshole. Have a nice fucking day.